It has been a whole year since the nation celebrated the King and Queen's historic coronation, with Charles crowned during an ancient ceremony at Westminster Abbey on the 6th of May 2023. The service took place almost 8 months after Charles succeeded his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, to the throne. The coronation kickstarted a summer of royal firsts for the new monarch as well as several ceremonial milestones, including his inaugural King's Speech at the state opening of Parliament. Charles launched the Coronation Food Project to coincide with his 75th birthday last November and hosted the royal family for his second ever Christmas as king at Sandringham. This year, the royals have been rocked by the King and the Princess of Wales' cancer diagnoses, with Charles' cancer discovered after undergoing treatment for an enlarged prostate. The monarch's large-scale engagements were paused as he began treatment, but on the 30th of April, the King made a significant return to public-facing duties as he visited the University College Hospital Macmillan Cancer Centre. As the royals mark the one-year anniversary since the coronation, Hello! Takes a look back at the King's most unforgettable moments over the past 12 months. In June 2023, just 1 month after the coronation, the King marked his first birthday parade of his reign, which saw him joined on horseback by Princess Anne, Prince William and Prince Edward. It was the first time a monarch has ridden on horseback since the late Queen Elizabeth II rode on her beloved horse, Burmese, in 1986. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla, the Princess of Wales and Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis watched proceedings from a carriage. Senior working royals joined the King on the palace balcony to watch the flypast. Charles attended his first service for the Order of the Garter, the oldest order of chivalry in Britain, since becoming king in June 2023. The order comprises 24 members, including the King and Queen, several members of the royal family, including Prince William, and 18 knights or ladies. Hosted first summer at Balmoral. The King and Queen took up their summer residence at Balmoral Castle last August, and hosted several members of the royal family at their Scottish home. Among their guests were the Prince and Princess of Wales, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal and Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence and the Duke of York. The pair also attended their first Braemar-gathering Highland Games of their reign, and as tradition, they hosted Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Akshata Murthy. First state visit to Commonwealth country. In October 2023, the King undertook his first state visit to a Commonwealth nation, visiting Kenya with the Queen. It was a particularly poignant visit for Charles, as it is the country where Queen Elizabeth II was told of the death of her father, King George VI, and acceded to the throne. During a speech at a banquet, the King spoke of the abhorrent and unjustifiable acts of violence committed against Kenyans during their fight for independence from Britain. First state opening of Parliament. Charles opened Parliament for the first time as monarch, reading his inaugural King's Speech. He was back in the imperial state crown and robe of state with a return to the full pomp and ceremony of the occasion after an absence of crown wearing and carriages for a number of years. On the 14th of November 2023, the king celebrated his 75th birthday. He marked the occasion by taking part in special events with charitable causes close to his heart. On the eve of his big day, the king was joined by fellow 75-year-olds for a special party at his countryside abode, Highgrove. The afternoon tea featured dancing with live music from a local rock choir, and also marked the 75th anniversaries of the NHS and the Windrush generation in 2023. On his actual birthday, Charles and Camilla attended a surplus food distribution centre outside London in line with the Coronation Food Project. The charity seeks to bridge the gap between food waste and food needs across all 4 nations of the United Kingdom, helping people and helping the planet. He also held a reception at Buckingham Palace for 400 nurses and midwives, as part of the NHS 75 celebrations, where he was treated to a performance of a surprise birthday song. Hosted second state visit. Pomp and pageantry were on display once again as the King and Queen hosted South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol and his wife, Kim Ki-hee, for a 3-day state visit to the UK in November 2023. There was a ceremonial welcome with the traditional guard of honor, and later a glittering state banquet, where Charles paid tribute to Koreans' interest in protecting the environment. Buckingham Palace shared a striking portrait of the King and Queen with the Prince and Princess of Wales ahead of the annual diplomatic reception at Buckingham Palace in December 2023. Camilla wowed in a cream-embroidered evening gown by Fiona Clare and the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, while Kate glittered in a shimmering pink Jenny Packham dress and the Lover's Knot tiara. Second Christmas at Sandringham. The King hosted his second Christmas at Sandringham in December 2023. He was joined by his fellow family members including his son Prince William and his family. The senior royals attended a service at St. Mary Magdalene Church and the King took the time to speak to some locals within the area who had come out to see him on his way to the church. It looked as though he was enjoying the conversation as he chuckled with the locals. It was also the King's second Christmas address. The speech took place in the beautiful centre room at Buckingham Palace, which has seen countless senior royals gather ahead of their appearances on the balcony. Presented with first King Charles banknotes. On the 9th of April 2024, the King presented with the first banknotes bearing his portrait by the Governor of the Bank of England at Buckingham Palace. He praised the notes as very well designed and expressed his surprise at being only the second monarch to feature.